What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, KV Banks, and I am here. Yo, we had a lot of technical difficulty, but those who are coming over from Facebook, I welcome you. Come on over. I want to talk about something and want to talk about some things that are needed in order to be successful as a gospel musician. Some things that you must have and you must do. I want to talk about this, and what I'm doing right now, I am tagging a few people now on my Facebook timeline, because Facebook was expecting the live at 9 o'clock, and so now here we are about 9:30 Eastern, and we're just getting started. But talk to me for real quick while I'm sharing. Please do me a favor as well. Also want you to share, tag a musician, let them know to tune in. We are here. We are live. Who do I have with me? Who is here? Who is rocking with me late this evening? I know some of you all are not used to me being on this late in the hour, but come on, let's talk to me for a little bit. Who do we have here? Who is here? Who's with us? Let me know who's in the room. I am, as I said, I'm not going to be on here super long. I am trying to tag a few folks before I get rolling in here. We just gonna post it, and just who see it, they see it. Praise God. we just gonna move on and make it happen. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, there we go. All right, I want to talk about something. I want to talk about three things that you absolutely need. Three things that you absolutely need if you are looking to be a professional musician. Now, some of the things I'm going to say that they will be applicable to anyone in any genre, but I am speaking specifically to gospel musicians. All right, gospel musicians who want to play, who want to have full-time careers and be able to play and do this for a living. Okay, this is what you want to do. If you want to dedicate yourself to music, there are some things that you must do. There are some things that you must have and obtain if that's what you are looking to do. Hold on just 1 second. All right. Yeah, I might even keep this live up, fam. I might have to redo this all over again. But hey, listen, we here. This is what live looks like. This is what live streaming looks like. Sometimes it don't always flow the way that you want it to, but hey, we in here. All right. I'm just going to let it go. Boom. All right. Who comes? They come. Who's with me? I see some people are tuned in. Who's watching with me? Who's rocking with your boy? As I say, I know it's late, but I ain't going to try to be here all night tonight. But I got three things that I want to share with you all, and we're going to make it happen. Make sure y'all talk back with me, because I want to hear your feedback. I want to be able to have a discussion within this, all right? So there are a few things that I believe are absolutely important if you want to be in this space. You're saying, I'm serious. I want to grow. I want new opportunities. I want to be able to grow. I want to be able to travel. All of those things, they're great aspirations. First thing I need you to do, I need you to perfect your craft. 100%. I need you constantly working and investing in yourself and in your gift. As a musician, as a singer, all right, this goes for both ways. There should be a progression in your gift, in your craft. We should be able to see and notice a change and a difference in your sound, in your technique, in your ability. There should be some difference. Okay, you should not sound the same that you have 10 years ago. Okay, you should not sound the same. You should have some type of improvement. And what I am noticing, that there are a lot of musicians out here in this space who are not growing. They are not developing themselves. You can tell that they're practicing the same thing. They're not challenging themselves. They're not pushing themselves. You have to challenge. You have to grow. You have to move forward. I believe there are two subjects that you will never learn all that there is. You'll never be finished studying it. That's music, and that's the Bible. All right, those are two subjects that I believe that you will always be constantly working to get better, to improve, to strive, to grow. There's always something new to learn. If you ever reach a point that you feel like you have learned all that there is to learn, you got all that you're going to get, you've done all that you're going to do, if you ever reach that place, you're in dangerous territory. All right, dangerous territory, because now what you're saying at that point is, I've learned all that I'm going to learn. There's nothing new for me. And you become stagnant. You're not going to grow. You're not going to progress. That is very dangerous. You don't want to be there, because music is always evolving. We're moving forward. All right. Things are always changing. Sounds are changing. New ideas are coming about. And so if you stop, let's say there's some people who the totality of their playing, they stopped around 2008. All right, that 2007, 2008, that's where they were, right in that era, and they sound real good with that sound, but we beyond that, y'all. We some 15, 16 years later. All right, so you always want to constantly be growing. There's always something new to learn. Come on, somebody put that in the chat. There's always something new to learn. There is always something new to learn. And I want to be a musician that is constantly learning, constantly growing. With that being said, you need a mentor. Get some mentorship. Get somebody who you can look up to, who has been or doing the things that you aspire to do. Now, you can't be mad if you're not getting the opportunities, if you're not aligning yourself with individuals who know how to get you to where you're trying to go. If everybody on your level, everybody around you, they all say they want to get there, but nobody knows how to get there, and they're not connecting themselves with somebody who do, you gonna have a hard time trying to get to that place. You want to make sure, come on fam, you want to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with individuals who have been where you're trying to go. Every teacher should have a teacher. Okay, I don't care how sweet you are. I don't care how gifted you are. There should be somebody that you are looking up to, somebody who you call to challenge you, somebody who you admire. You say, hey, this is somebody who I believe can take me and train me and develop me. I'll even say this publicly. My mentor right now musically is Sean Wilson. All right, I have relationship with Sean Wilson, and he's working with me. And since I've been with him, even work within his community, the Lord's blessed, I'm able to be in his community and work as a leader in his community. But even still, I'm like, this guy has what I'm looking to get. And I align myself with a mentor who's going to help me and develop me and see the things that I may overlook, or see the things that I know, but I just don't know how to fix it. You need somebody who is capable of doing that. All right. So find you a mentor, find you somebody who you can submit yourself to and take the criticism. All right. Sometimes they're going to say some stuff that you don't like, but you have to be able to deal with it and endure it. All right. So finding you a mentor, that's very, very important. All right, get you something, align yourself with somebody who has been to where you're trying to go. Additionally, hold on, I'm trying to go back to my notes here. And also in perfecting your craft, or perfecting and investing in yourself, invest in your equipment. I know you're serious about how you invest in yourself, how somebody invests in their equipment and what they're using, and it shows how serious you are. If you're okay, I could stay there for a while, but I'm not going to. Invest in your stuff. Okay? Invest. If you're a drummer, there's not a reason why you shouldn't have sticks. If you're a drummer, you should have a pack of sticks just in your car. Just because. just because, you never know. Like I'm an organist, okay? I'm an organist. That's what I do. I play the organ. Guess what? I have a socket wrench set in my truck because if I get to somebody's organ and those bass pedals don't work right, guess what I can do? I can go ahead, pull them pedals out. I can take that back panel off and tighten up that pedal and move on. All right, because I'm an organist. I'm serious about what I do. Now I'm saying that you got to be ready to repair somebody's instrument. I'm not saying that, but I'm serious. I try to keep a pedal in my truck. I try to make sure I have a sustain pedal just in case I go somewhere they don't have a sustain pedal. There's a point where I got to get a new one, but I had a piano bench that I kept in my truck just in case I went somewhere and they ain't got nowhere to sit. Whatever the case is, I had keyboards in my truck just in case I need to play somewhere. At least something that I can use to be able to get me through if I ever ran into a situation. I'm serious about this thing. I want to make sure I'm making the investment into my gift, into my craft. All right. So make that investment. All right. Get your equipment up. Save up. What you got to do. But I know that you're serious about how you invest yourself. Think about this. If you're not willing to invest in you, why do you expect somebody else to? Come on. If you're not willing to invest in your gift, in your craft, in your ability, would you expect somebody else to do it? All right. So I know that you're serious about how much you're willing to bet on yourself. All right. Take you seriously. All right. So perfect your craft. Okay. If you want to be on this stellar, now we're talking about the stellar level. If you want to be that person that is called on, to play at the big gigs or the big engagements, for the big recordings, for the studio work, those that you have musicians that are studio musicians. All right. I remember I was working on a track. I'm gonna give a shout out to my brother Armani Ellis. I'm gonna give a shout out. I was working on a project and I needed a drum track. I needed somebody to lay drums for me. I called him up. I told him what I needed. I sent him the track within a few days. He sent it back to me. He did exactly what I asked for. He gave me exactly what I needed. He did not have to change anything. One take, it was done. It was over. Paid him. We was done. It was over in a few days. That's what we're looking for. Are you that type of musician that somebody can send you a track and in one take you can get it done, or in few takes or what have you, but we don't have to have a whole bunch of back and forth, and now this is a whole 3 and 4 week process. Come on. Those studio musicians are able to go in, be able to get it done, and get out and move on to the next thing. You want to be on that level. That musician who, when you play, you actually study the music. I'm going to talk about that in a minute too. That you study the music and you actually are able to reproduce the sound of the album. How it was actually written. All right. Being able to do that. If I'm talking about being on a high level and I send you a song, I want you to be able to reproduce what I sent you. Now, you can add your flair and your approach, but I still need 90 to 95% of that song to be true to what it is. That's what we're looking at when you're talking about the higher level musicians, those higher level performers, okay? So you need to make sure that you're perfecting your craft. What's going on? Rich Kid 21 said, very true. Thank you. Say, good evening. I'm inspired to be a church musician. All right, elect lady, come on. I got you. So these are some things that will definitely help you out as well, okay? So if you're looking to be a church musician, as I said, some of these things I'm telling you that I'm talking about now, they will also be a benefit to you as well, all right? So let's go on to number 2. Number 2 is you need a good reputation. You need a good reputation. And there's a lot that goes in a reputation. There's a lot. Now, I'm a musician. Now, I've been playing for, I've been playing piano for about 20 years. I'll say I've been playing full time as an organist, let's say over the past 11 or 12 years. Okay. Now, what I've learned, I've been preaching for now going on about 15 years. So I'm on both sides. I have ministry and I'm also a musician. All right. You said this is Jonathan. Well, all right, which Jonathan? Help me out. All right, I know a few Jonathans. Help me, help me out, bro. Help me out. But so look, so I'm on both sides. Here's what I've learned. I've learned that before a pastor calls you to hire you to play for a church event, what have you, they have called 2 to 3 other people to get a word of recommendation about you. And what's said on those phone calls will determine if your phone even rings or not. I'll say it again. I'm staying flat-footed on this one. When someone is considering you to play, and I have a circle of brothers that I love. Y'all do me a favor. I need y'all to share this. I want to let's get some numbers over here on YouTube Live. All right, let's get some numbers over here. My Facebook ain't acting right, but let's get the YouTube audience over here as well. All right, so do me a favor. Go ahead and drop the link. Share this. Tag. Send this to a musician. Please send this to somebody. Let them know to tune in real quick. So when they are considering a musician, I've gotten this phone call many times before, and they say, "Hey, what do you think about such and such? What do you think about this person?" All right, that Jonathan, I know you. Yes, I do know you. What's up? Tell him out to get in here too. Tell him out to get in here as well. Praise God. Send this to him. Tell him out. I said, come in here. All right, come in here right now. He ain't doing nothing. Tell him to come on. All right. So look, when they get that phone call, they're saying, "Hey, I'm considering hiring, this person. All right, what do you think about him?" Guess what? They gonna say some stuff about you. What are they gonna say? What is attached to your name? Ooh, what is attached to your name? Are you that person that is known for quitting on you, quitting on the pastor because they got $75 more somewhere else? Now I understand. We're talking about business. If you got a new opportunity somewhere else, all right, got you. Move on. However, are you that person that will cancel on a pastor the Sunday morning that you're supposed to be there? Are you that person that instead of actually saying, "Hey, let me, if I'm going to take this new position, I'm going to need a few weeks in order to do that because I've committed myself to being somewhere. Give me 2 to 3 weeks to let the pastor and the team know that, hey, I have a new opportunity I need to move on to." Or are you that person that get a call Friday and Saturday you tell them, "Oh, I'm not going to be there Sunday"? Are you that person? Oh, I'm at home. I ain't scared of y'all. Like I'm being serious. Like these are things that are talked about. Are you that individual? Do you come to rehearsals? Do you come to service? Are you always trying to leave late? Are you that person that only comes and you just play your portion and you're always dipping out? Are you that person that takes on 3, 4, and 5 different services and you're not able to play one full service? Because I know pastors want musicians that are going to cover the whole service. If I'm hiring you to play for my service, I need you to play for my service, not just praise and worship. I want you to play for my service because benediction is a part of that service. So can you play for the whole service? Like, come on. These are things that are talked about. And when you're talking about getting higher opportunities, getting those other phone calls, it's even magnified. That reputation, not just about how you play as a musician, but how you conduct yourself as a person. Your professionalism will take you so far. I say this all the time. Your gifts will make room for you and present you before great men. Absolutely. But your character will determine how long you stay in those rooms. I'm going to say that again. That's good. That's worth saying again. Your gift will make room for you and place you before great men. But your character will determine how long you get to stay in those rooms. And there are a lot of musicians who got great opportunities, and as soon as they got in the room, as quickly as they got in it, was as quickly as they got booted out, because their reputation or their character began to speak for itself. So that's something I need you to think about. Your reputation. All right? Your reputation. Are you able to come on? Are you coming on time? That was something, listen, and I'll be honest, that was something I struggled with. And every now and again, that late spirit tries to creep up on KV. It comes up on me. I got to tell you, get thee behind me, Satan. Right? Like, seriously, I had to make sure I put things in place so that I'm getting to where I'm supposed to be on time. All right, because that's what I want to do. I want to make sure I don't want to be that person that's known for being late. I don't want, not anymore. I used to be that person. And as I said, sometimes, every now and again, it hits me as a struggle. But I'm making sure that I'm restructuring my life and my calendar and my schedule to ensure that I'm where I'm supposed to be at the correct times. Now, what I do, if you tell me that something starts, it starts at 3 o'clock. In my phone, when I use the Waze app, I don't know if anybody use Waze, but I use Waze. So when I use Waze, I when I'm scheduling that trip, I set it for a good 15 minutes before I'm supposed to be there. Because granted, that's really my target. I want to try to get there beforehand. I don't want to get there right at, I'm at the start time. At the latest, I want to be 15 minutes early. At the latest. All right. But I really would like to be there a half hour early if I can. All right. If it's all possible. But at the latest, 15 minutes early is when I'm looking to try to get there. So it allows me to be able to get settled, all the other stuff. All right. So these are things I want you to think about. All right. Are you working on your reputation? You need to have a good reputation. You have to have a good reputation, because this is what's going to get your name called. This is what's going to get you mentioned. All right. That even our reputation, even as far as your musicianship. Now, I talked about it before. Number one, we said what? Perfect your craft. You should, as I said in the beginning, you should not sound the same way you did 10 years ago. You can look at my old videos. All right. I'm talking about me. You can look at my old videos of what I sound like 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I didn't have a music school. Let's also put that out there. All right. All right. 10 years ago, I was not teaching music. All right. And rightfully so, because I was definitely not qualified to do it. All right. I sound completely different from where I am now. I'm not being arrogant, but I put in a lot of work. I put in a lot of time on my instrument, sitting down at my piano, sitting down on the organ, going up to the church. Before I had an organ, now I got an organ. Oh, game over, right? I get to practice more often now, but I put that time in. And literally this past weekend, true story, this past weekend, I got a phone call to go and play for a bishop here in Michigan. I went all the way out to Ypsilanti. Now, for me, that's an hour away. All right. But this is what was said. And I do not take these words lightly. And I told her when she said it to me, I was serious that I was honored by her words. She said, I needed somebody that I trusted. And she called me. Yo, are you somebody that they can trust? Not just to be there, but to be able to get the job done. That's a part of your reputation. You want to be able to have a name that when people actually mention you, they say, oh yeah, we're going to be good. I played at a funeral also this past weekend. The pastor, when he walked in, he saw me on the organ. He said, when I was talking after the funeral, he said, oh, when I saw you on the organ, I knew we was going to be good. It makes me feel good, but it also is a fruit of the work that I've put in. I've put in a lot of work so that I'm able to give comfort to people when they see me sitting on the instrument. When they see me sitting at the organ, when they see me sitting at the piano, I want them to say, oh, I know I'm in good hands. That's what I'm talking about, having a good reputation, where when your name is mentioned, we don't have a whole bunch of stuff that we're saying on the phone and your name isn't called. There are guys, and I know we got people that are tuning in all over right now, all over the country, but Detroit's my home, so I could talk about Detroit. All right. So I know there are guys here in the city who are some great talents. Because don't get it twisted. There are some great talents in this city. There are so many talented young men and young women. They're absolutely phenomenal. But the reality is, I'll never call them. Because I don't care how talented you are, if you're not professional, if you're not doing the work, if you're not dependable, if your name is bad, I'm not calling you. I would rather, and this is me, I would much rather hire a good musician with great character than a great musician with terrible character. I don't care. I would much rather deal with somebody who's going to be professional, who's dependable, who's trustworthy, who I know is going to work and study. I would much rather work with that individual that's able to get the job done. They're a solid musician. They're really good, versus somebody who I know is going to give me a headache. Now, when we're talking about being a professional musician, especially a professional gospel musician, and you really want to go to that next level, you need to take everything times 10. All right? Everything needs to 10x. All right. So perfect your gift. Need a good reputation. Absolutely need a good reputation. All right, now I said 3 things. There are a lot of things, okay? Please don't think these are the only 3 things. These are 3 things I want to talk about tonight, okay? There's a lot in here, all right? There's a lot here. I see what's going on. I see you out here. Y'all still with me? I know it's late. It's about 10 o'clock Eastern. Are y'all still with me? If y'all with me, say something to me. What's going on? Siobhan is in the house. What's going on, girl? Ah! It's so good. It's good to see you too. It is so good to see you. Well, see a picture. I see a picture. I see you. That's the picture you got. You like. It's good to see you, Siobhan. All right. Here's my last one. All right. And do me a favor, y'all tag somebody, let them know we in here. All right. Share it on your Facebook page. I need you to learn how to cultivate relationships. I need you to learn how to cultivate relationships. I hear musicians, they are asking for these opportunities. They want to be able to play. They want to be on the live recordings. They want to be on the CDs. They want to be on the tour. They want to be that person. And there's nothing wrong with it. Those are great things to aspire to. But are you actually a person who is building relationships? Oftentimes, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Because where you want to go, if you could get there on your own, you would have. I always crack up when people say, oh, I got here on my own. I pulled myself up by my own bootstraps. Okay, well, guess what? Somebody sold you them boots. I don't care if you pulled yourself up by your own bootstraps. Somebody gave you them boots. Either they gave them the boots or they sold you the boots. Either way, somebody did something for you. You say, I made these boots. Well, somebody had to teach you how to make boots. You cannot get anywhere in this life by yourself. I don't care what you say. And if you have that type of mentality where you feel like nobody's there to help you, you're automatically going to, you're already going to have a toxic disposition when good connections are presented to you. When the right person that comes in that could really take your music career to the next level, that could really take you up there, that could really do some things for you, because you feel like you got to do everything by yourself, you will dismiss them. And you have no idea who you're talking to. You have no idea who you are dealing with. You have no idea who's right in front of you. There are people that we shake hands with all the time, and you have no idea that, you may judge this person because they don't look They don't look like a rich person, or they don't look like they got it made, or they don't look like they're prestigious and stuff. And you have no idea that at home they got Grammys sitting on their mantle. they, they got awards that you couldn't even dream of sitting on a fireplace, sitting on a piano at home. They have a discography that you didn't even know. They songs that you singing, and they the ones that wrote them. You have no idea. This music industry is so big, and you should treat everybody with love. I don't care who you are. I mean, that just goes into you as a person. You as an individual, you have to learn how to just talk to people and deal with people. You may not be a people person. Y'all, I don't know if y'all could tell, but I'm kind of like an extrovert. All right. I like people. All right. I like talking. I'm that fun guy. Can y'all tell? Hey. All right. You probably couldn't. I know it's really hard to tell. I know that's a shocker to a lot of y'all that I'm a extrovert. I know y'all like, what? Y'all would have never guessed it, but it's true. Like, I'm an extrovert. I like people. I got a big personality. I know it's a shock. However, I'm not saying that everybody has to be that way, but you should know how to look somebody in the eye and talk to them. If you're trying to get somewhere that involves people, you need to do some things to allow you to be able to build some type of relationship. All right. So build those connections. I pride myself in this. Even in my city, here in Detroit, I have been fortunate to play in a lot of different reformations. I'm born and bred Kojic. But as I'm playing in Kojic churches, playing in Baptist churches, apostolic churches, AME churches, non-denominational, I done played in a lot of different reformations. I am honored to say that there's not a single church that I've played for that I cannot go back to that church and either play there or even fellowship. I have no issue whatsoever because I understand the power of relationships. And it's not because, let me make sure I keep a good relationship with this person just in case I need something from it. It's not even about that. It's the fact that, hey, if I'm able to help you, I will. If you're able to help me, then great. But I just know that if as long as you're not blaspheming the name of Jesus, and you just talking out of the side of your head, you're not just a toxic person. If I don't have a reason to distance myself, I'm not saying I'm close with everybody, but if I don't have a reason to not associate with you, then I'm gonna show love to you. I believe in showing love to anybody that I see. I start with love. Now you discredit yourself. Yeah, I treat everybody great. Everybody's a friend until you show yourself unfriendly. Then, okay, well, that wasn't my fault. That wasn't on me. What's going on? Hey, yo, my dude Ray is here. What's up, man? I appreciate it. That's just me. All right. I want to show love to everybody as much as I can, and because I understand the power of relationships. I've been able to go through some doors because of relationship. Hey, prime example, that phone call I said I got this past weekend to go and play for that bishop. Here's how that came about. I was asked to play for a service, I want to say in July. Might have been July. I was called to fill in for a musician that dropped out last minute. And I filled in for this service. And at that service, that bishop was preaching there. All right? He was preaching that service. Now I came, I did what I do. All right? I played for the service. But at that service, their team took note of me. So when they needed somebody to fill in for their bishop in a different city, they called me. Because they remembered how I followed them a few months ago. So this is an example of relationships. I've built relationships. And because I built these relationships and I have, check this out, good reputation. I ain't making this about me, but I'm the only one sitting in my studio. I don't have nobody else to talk about. All right. The Lord has blessed me with a good reputation and I'm cultivating these relationships. That was a door that opened for me That's what we want. If you're looking to go to that next level, if you're looking to do bigger things, you got to take it up to the next level. All right, you have to take it to the next level. Learn to network. I've been making sure that I'm personally just want to make sure that I support more. I want to support my city. I want to be president as much as I can. I can't make it to everything because Detroit got so much going on. It's so much happening in our city, and I love all of it. But I try to support as much as I can. As much as I can, I try to support. But if you don't, you gotta show yourself, get yourself out there. Here's an honorable mention too. I didn't even say this one. But if you also are looking to be that person that's called on to play for, that's called on to play, you gotta put yourself out there. We're in a social media world right now. If you are trying to be that person that's booked, be that person that goes, and I know guys who are literally in the airport all the time playing here, there, and everywhere. They're in New York one week, and now they in Charlotte, now they in Florida, now they in California. Like, they literally are living in the airport, but they get to do music full time, and they get to play at all of these different places. But you got to put yourself out there. Now, if that's not your desire, you don't have to. Don't worry about it. If that's not what you're trying to do. I have been to some churches, and the organist was a monster. Nobody knew about him. Nobody knew. I mean, just kill it. But like, they ain't trying to go play nowhere. Like, that's not what he's looking to do. Like, I'm playing at my local church. I play here. I come to service. I come to Sunday school. Come to Bible study, choir rehearsal. Work a job, feed my family. I'm not looking to do that. He has the skill. She has the skill. But they're like, I don't need to do that. So for that person, putting themselves out there and recording themselves and etc. and posting, all those things, they may not need to do that. But it's according to you. So if you want to actually, get a name and do some new things, be willing to go ahead and put yourself out there. All right, so people know that you are here. All right, so people can actually listen to you and say, hey, you sound great. My sister, Jessica Clemens, I remember several years ago. She's right here, Detroit. Now she's all right. She's a Detroiter. She's here. That's my sister. I love her to death. But she was found on social media by Pastor John Hanna. Pastor John Hanna saw her, I think on Facebook or some way that he got her. He saw her virtually. Got the connection. Guess where she is? She's praise and worship leader down in Chicago. Put yourself out there. Now, she didn't do that because she was trying to get booked somewhere. But if you have something, and this is another thing, and this is a different discussion. I'm not about to get off of here. If you say that God has given you a gift, God has given you something to bless people with, but you keep it to yourself, you're doing people a disservice. You're doing them a disservice. And guess what? I'm talking to myself too. All right. Yeah, this is cutting me too. All right. Because we got projects, we got things, we got a whole bunch of stuff that we say, God gave me this, but we're not actually putting it out there. We're not moving on what we said God gave us. So we're doing the world a disservice because we're holding on to something that was actually supposed to bless somebody else. All right. So let's do that. That's all I want to say. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Hope to see you tomorrow. Actually, you can come early if you want to. I'm actually going to be up at the church early tomorrow. So let's do that. I love you, fam. I just want to come on 3 things. All right. The 3 things we talked about that you need to grow. If you want to be a professional musician, perfect your craft, perfect your gift, practice your stuff, learn your instrument for Rizzy. All right. For real. All right. Perfect your craft, build a good reputation, and cultivate relationships. All right. I love you, family. Yo, I will see you all. I got some new content that's hitting the page this week, y'all. I'm excited. It's been a while, but I got some new stuff that is coming to the page this week, and it's gonna be dope. I'm excited. All right, I really am. And of course, we do have the Levitical prayer call as well on Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Don't make sure y'all get there. If you want some lessons, so check this out. I only have 4 slots left. There are only 4 slots left. If you want to take lessons here at Kingdom Keys, only have 4 slots left. And so I'm looking for 4 serious people. But like literally, after these 4 slots are gone, we are 100% on a waiting list. So if you are serious and you want to learn gospel piano, gospel organ, go ahead, let me know. Shoot me a message. Go to the website, kingdomkeysnation.com. We'll do what you got to do, but let's go ahead and get you in there because these slots are not going to last long, and prices are going to go up in January. Y'all the first one to hear it. All right, so let's connect. Let's work. We're going to make this thing happen. I love you, family. I'll catch you next time. Peace.